Death is this is their last album. Eventually it's gonna happen to Metallica. Eventually it's gonna happen to all the other greats that we have still around. And so to me, the album, while it deserves some fair criticism, I really like it. I really like this album. I'm gonna be bumping this album all the time. So, I see a lot of stuff. I was about to curse. I see a lot of stuff online about people like basically are shitting on it. And I'm like, dude, like, have you not been around, bro? Like, have you not, like, this isn't 1984 Megadeth, like, Peace Sells, or 1988 Megadeth, like, So Far So Good, So What? Like, this isn't Rest in Peace Megadeth. This is Dystopia Megadeth. This is The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. Throw in some 13 on there. Like, it's different. Like, Dave has matured both as a songwriter, as a guitar player. He's not as fast. Granted, he's 40 something years have passed by. And to me, this album is a great, like, how do I describe it, dude? It's bittersweet. That's all I have to say. It's bittersweet. Because I know if we were all immortal and stuff, I know that Dave has more in him, but we're all mortal and nobody beats Father Time. So let's just get into this album and let me stop crying. So I was really anticipating this album. So when Dave announced the album, I was like, fire, new album, let's go, tours, let's go. I just saw them last year. I was like, dude, fire, I'm gonna see them again. And then when he said it was the final one, I was like, dude, fuck. All right, this is special. And then with the releasing of the singles, I think the first one was Tipping Point. I was like, okay, I can get behind this. Like, this is good. The riffs aren't lazy. The riffs are great. You can say whatever you want about the lyrics, like when it comes to Dave's lyrics, you can take it or leave it. It's up to you. I personally, they don't bother me, but I know it bothers a lot of people, but you can take it or leave it. To me, they're fine. I think they do the job. So Tipping Point, the riffs, the chorus, obviously the solos, amazing. And then when Let There Be Shred dropped, oh my god, dude. I loved it. I love everything that song stands for. And for David to have a song like that on his last album, it makes me feel like, yes, dude, like that's the spirit. The day I was born with a guitar in my hands, bro. Amazing. It reminds me of like Metallica's Whiplash, or like Motorhead Overkill, like Metallica did recently with like Lux Eterna. It's like one of those songs that's just a vibe, dude. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's just there to do one single job, and it's just to be a fucking jam, to be to be a fucking shred machine, and that's what it is. And I think Timu, as their new guitarist, holy fucking shit, dude. If anything, bro, this album, like, he does a lot for the album. He does so much that it's almost like the album is kind of like riding on him, like depending on him in some points. Because with great riffs, you have great riffs, but what also makes Megadeth amazing is that they always have great solos. And Timu, dude, holy shit, bro. A master. He's a master. So, besides the songs, some standouts. I Puppet Parade. Puppet Parade is really good. I saw the movie today, and Dave was talking about when he was writing the song Puppet Parade, he wanted to make the chorus. I don't know if he intentionally did it or it just ended up coming out this way, but he was like, what if Symphony of Destruction and Angry Again had a baby? That's what the chorus is. And I was like, dude, there's no fucking way. And then I heard the song and I was like, okay, I can see it. You get a little bit of everything in here. I think the song, is it called Made to Kill? Born to Kill? Sorry. Ah, Made to Kill. Super heavy. Super heavy. It's great. The solos, fire, amazing. You get a little bit of everything here. You get some of the thrash, you get some of the chorus stuff, and you get like the melodic stuff as well. You get a little bit of everything, and I think it goes over Megadeth's career very well because, you know, in the beginning they were speed metal. Like, dude, some of the songs were incredibly fast. You have thrash. Then in the 90s, they kind of went, you know, kind of like more rock, and they even I would say alternative and this and that. So you get a little bit of everything from this Megadeth record. If I had to pick the weakest song off the record, I would probably say there's three. The two bonus songs, what are they called? The two bonus songs, Nobody's Hero and Bloodlust. Those two bonus songs, I can see why they were not on the record. They're, I'm not saying they're bad. I haven't had enough time to really chew at them like I've had like the others, but upon first like listen, they're not as strong as the other ones for various reasons. They're kind of like more simplified, more chorus heavy songs, more catchy. And in comparison to the other songs where they're a little bit more faster tempo, you know, way more aggressive solos, way more aggressive drumming, you know, I can see why they're bonus tracks. But if I were to go out on the record itself and pick the weakest song, I'm not saying it's bad, but Another Bad Day I would probably be my pick. And the reason why I say that is it's not a bad song, but it's probably the simplest song on the record. It's the one that has the catchy chorus, you know, but it's very melodic. It reminds me of Die Dead Enough, you know. It's kind of like this catchy song. It's not offensive at all. It doesn't really feel like filler for me. It's grown on me over time, but definitely I would have to say that's the weakest song on here. Not bad, just weak compared to the other ones, you know. And then, you know, the other elephant in the room is, you know, with Dave, his age. You can really hear it in this record. I feel like you can hear the gruff in his voice. You can see that he can't hit higher notes as he used to. He can't play as fast as he did before. I feel like that's also one of the reasons why the songs aren't as fast as before, because he's incapable of doing so. But the riffs are still really fast, and the solos like he has sprinkled in across the record, dude, like they're still fire. They're still Mustaine to the core, but you can definitely tell Mustaine's age in the record. At least I could. You know, even just listening to songs off of The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead, you have songs like Night Stalkers or Soldier On, super fast, super fast. And that's probably, and when I was listening to that, I was like, damn, dude, I'm actually surprised at the speed of these songs. You know, when I play Night Stalkers, dude, I just cramp up. It's insanely fast. And with this album, you know, you don't get that fast, but it's still fast. The riffs are not lazy, they're still technical, but they're not crazy fast, but they're still tongue twisters in of themselves, you know. So he definitely didn't pull back any punches, but I personally like felt his age in some of these songs. And when it came to, you know, the last note, holy shit, dude, that song to me, bro, I probably would not be able to listen to it for fun, if I'm being honest. I think it's really heavy, it's really intense, it's very bittersweet. I kind of love what it stands for, but I also hate what it stands for. When the set list of the name of the tracks were coming out in the beginning, once we finally got to the end, because they would have released them little by little, it said the last note. I was like, dude, that's the song to look out for. I was like, I already knew. I was like, dude, that's the song, bro. Just the fact that he called it the last note, it just made everything feel so final for me, you know? It made everything feel so final, and I was so sad. And then today, when I saw the movie, you know, I think it was the improved sound system and and it was like a little thing, and you had all the lyrics lined up, and just listening to it, and the experience, it was like so powerful. I was tearing up. I was tearing up. It's such a bittersweet feeling that this is the last Megadeth record. I It makes me so sad. Like, I wasn't there in the beginning, but just being here at the end, like, holy shit, dude. Like, I never wanted this moment to come. I feel like all my heroes are getting older. The fact that Ozzy passed away, it's very sad. Like, what's next? Metallica's final album, Metallica's final tour, Megadeth's final tour. Like, all of these things I took for granted. Like, I need to fucking see Iron Maiden ASAP, dude. Cause I don't know. You never know, man. And like, to me, it's really bittersweet, but the last note is just that. In the movie, David said that when he was making the album, he saved the lyrics for the last note last. I think he already had the music lined up, just not the lyrics. He wanted it to be last, and it was amazing, you know. It was very sad to me, but that's the last note. Alrighty. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. The Ride the Lightning cover. What do I think? I love it. I love it. I think not only is it a great cover, he's honoring the song. He didn't really change it all that much. He sped it up just a tad. Um I love it. I love what it stands for, and I'll tell you why. That song came out in 1984, and it was recorded by a couple of 20-year-olds, okay? And that album changed the world. It defined a genre. And then you have one of the people that helped write that song make a cover of it, like what, 44 years later, 42 years later. And just to see the time progression, now we have two versions of the songs, like one of them made by the young bucks, and then now we have the other made by the seasoned and gruffled old man. And now it's kind of like, wow, dude, like there was a whole lifetime in between these covers, and I just love that. I love that. When it got announced that it was the Ride of the Lightning cover, I think we all shat ourselves. I think it's truly beautiful, and the fact that he decided to do this cover, I mean, it really does make everything full circle. Now, let's talk about why people are shitting on this song. It's because of Dave's vocals. Me personally, dude, where have you been? Where have you been? This is Dave Mustaine. This is Megadeth. You know that his vocals are very polarizing. When's the remember this. I want you to remember the first time you heard Tornado of Souls. The first time. Were you not put out by his vocals? I sure was. Every time I show that song to a person for the first time ever, that's what they always react to. Another example is Symphony of Destruction. Watch him become a god. Dave's vocals have always been polarizing. You either take it or leave it. In this cover, dude, the guy's like 60 something. He's trying to sing at a high pitch. Regardless if you like it or not, I personally see what he was trying to do. I see the vision, and not only do I appreciate it, but I love it. I think it's great. If you can get past the vocals, just listen to the instrumentation. It's solid. It's a little bit faster than the original. The production is amazing. The solos are amazing. You have Timu killing it. Dave jumps in for a little bit, and then Timu comes back to seal it. And it's like, dude, the part where it's the spider chord riffs, oh, It's amazing. And I love it. I love everything that it stands for. I love that Dave did it. I just love that it's a thing. And now we have that. So, regardless if you appreciate it or not, I'm just happy that we have it. And that's really how I feel about this record as a whole. I'm just happy that we have it. I'm happy that this got made. It's an ode to the fans. It's an ode to Dave himself. He really put himself into a lot of these songs. And as a fan, dude, there's nothing more I can ask for because he could have cashed it in. The songs are not lazy. The riffs are amazing. The lyrics, you can take them or leave them. You know, Dave's lyrics are also kind of polarizing. Some people hate them. Some people think they're fine. Some people love them. It is what it is. That's always been Megadeth. It is what it is, and you either take it or leave it. And for me, as a fan, I'll take all that I can get because this is the end, you know? And I just feel like with like the elitism that we have in the metal community, it's always kind of put me off, you know? I just feel like sometimes like we can't just appreciate something for what it is. We always have to compare it to something else, or I wish it was faster, or I wish it was this. Well, like, dude, if you feel so strongly, why don't you go and create, you know, create something yourself and make it the way that you want it, but don't go around shitting on other things. I personally, you can offer fair criticisms for sure, but I'm just glad that we have what we have and I appreciate it. And I think it's a very bittersweet moment in my life because one of my guitar heroes is saying farewell. And that to me is fucking brutal. So, anyways, you know, I just want to say thank you, Dave. Thank you, Megadeth. Thank you for all of these years of enjoyment. Thank you for all the concerts. And just thank you for everything. A lot of these songs did help me um through hard times, bro, just like everybody else. And yeah, all in all, to button it up, I love this record and I'm still in the process of chewing it up, you know. I still have several more listens for sure, you know, to really fully digest it. But that's all. That's all from you folks. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.